Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So you guys submitted a whole bunch of awesome questions for my episode 2 Q&A. You also saw a whole bunch of really cool Easter eggs that I totally missed. Lots of good Danny Pink and Missy theories, so please keep them coming. And I'm almost done with my move too, so eventually it'll stop looking like I'm making videos from heaven. Like Missy snatched me and I'm just uploading videos from inside wherever heaven is. But let's go ahead and get into it. Careful for spoilers from the episode if you haven't seen it yet. I'll wait just a sec. Okay, ready? Question number 1. Action Vids asks, why didn't the Dalek recognize the Doctor? It was all because of the regeneration. They only had info up to Matt Smith. There was a little confusion because Souffle Girl Clara erased all of their memories of the Doctor, and then they relearned about him during the Christmas special after assimilating Tasha Lem. The Daleks do have independent minds, like the Khalid mutants do, but they also have the machine parts that basically upload all their individual memories to the collective. Because Rusty rejoined the Dalek fleet at the end, it's possible that he either withheld the info on the new Doctor, or all the Daleks know about him now. Either way, I think they're totally going to follow up on it at some point. But on to question number 2. Walking Who, awesome name. What do you think of Danny Pink's story so far? I totally love him, but we haven't gotten a really good solid Danny Pink episode, so I think we'll probably learn a little bit more about his backstory, and that'll give us a better picture for what Samuel Anderson's character that he's developing is going to be like. I think episode 4 is supposedly going to add a lot of backstory, so it should get a lot more interesting, so we'll have to ask this question again whenever we see that. But like I said in my review, Samuel Anderson does a great job of going from funny to dark in a heartbeat. He's not quite as grand as Capaldi, but I think being able to turn on a dime like that is really important for Doctor Who stories. And really, no one is expected to be as grand as the Doctor. As far as new characters go, I think he's a really interesting new flavor. There'll be a few more new characters that we haven't met yet this series, and I think they did a great job casting them all. You know, whatever their stories end up being, they're going to be a lot of fun and really interesting, so I think you guys will love it. But on to question number 3. Tiger Blood asks, do you think that Rusty will be a returning character? Definitely. I think that Moffat created something really unique in this idea of a good Dalek. It'd be a real shame if he totally wasted it by never bringing him back. Rusty's like the new Handles. What I'd really like to see though is a Rusty scene several episodes down the road where he comes back with his own armada. Like Rusty started converting other Daleks to his cause bit by bit. Then he just rides in like the cavalry with this giant fleet of good Daleks. That would be totally crazy. I really hope that he's part of the Missy plot. Like whenever it comes to that final conflict, he'll show up to help the Doctor. I'm always a big fan of whenever enemies in stories are forced to work as friends, and the Daleks are the Time Lord's worst enemies, unless you consider the Time Lords to be their own worst enemies. But on to number 4, Deviho Man asks, do you think that Missy will snag everyone that dies in all the episodes so that they can appear with her in the final episode? So she has shown up in consecutive episodes, so it seems that way, but I don't think that she's going to be in every single episode, and I think that she is selective about who she picks. I do think the circumstances of a person's death is important to whether or not she saves them, and it's still a little unclear as to what part of each person she's snatching. Like, is it the life force? Is it full-on teleportation at the moment of death? Or is it like a silence in the library situation where copies of people are being made? It seems pretty clear she's trying to win people over with really sinister kindness. She even goes so far as to call her domain Heaven. Be it TARDIS, Pocket Universe, wherever she is, it definitely sounds like she's got plans for the Doctor that require all those people. So here's where it gets really interesting. If she wanted to kill the Doctor, I don't think that she would have called him her boyfriend. Remember, she also said that she wanted to keep the Scottish accent. So the real question I think we need to ask is what does she want to help the Doctor do that requires that army? So I've already mentioned the idea of broken promises, broken trust in Series 8. Wouldn't it be interesting if everyone around the Doctor, like Clara and all his friends, broke their promises to him, but Missy, who's kind of looks like the villain. Like, what if Missy is creating this army as a way of fulfilling a promise to the Doctor, which raises a whole bunch of other questions. Like, what might that promise have been? That should actually be the Doctor's catchphrase. Question, like whenever he prompts himself for a question. Either way, though, it's pretty clear that Missy and the Doctor have a history together. But on to question number 5, Benjamin asks, if heaven is like the TARDIS, then shouldn't the dead soldier have been tiny when she woke up? Yes, very interesting. Missy's garden totally looks like a TARDIS console. If it is, you think that she would have been small if she materialized it around them. I think that's just more evidence that she's only saving parts of people. It's still unclear whether it's just their consciousness or something else. Like, it might be a silence in the library situation where they're just backing people up, but she could also be stealing their life force. Right now we've only seen a couple Missy scenes, so I think we're gonna have to wait a couple more episodes just to get some more information. But on to question number 6, Alex asks, do you think that Danny Pink would leave the show if Clara left, or would he stay as a companion? I think that he would totally stay just because the Doctor cannot travel without a companion. but it's also possible that he and Clara could be leaving, just because someone in the comments wrote that they saw an interview with Samuel Anderson where he said that he's not a companion. I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on that, but I do think that Danny Pink will stay on. I mean, it wouldn't be Doctor Who if he didn't have someone to stand there and listen to him prattle on. Regardless of what ends up happening though, I think all questions are going to be answered by the Christmas special. We don't really even have a title for that yet. Last year, they actually filmed the Matt Smith special around this time, so hopefully in the next several weeks we'll get some better information. But on to question number 7, Sandrine asks, do you think that the Missy situation will trigger darker instincts in the Doctor like the Time Lord Victorious moments? I do think it'd be awesome if the Missy story led to a big callback to that robot conversation where he said, do you have it in you to kill me, Doctor? Like Missy, whoever this big person from the Doctor's past is, forces him to kill her. That would be as dark as the show could go. All of episode 2 was about the Doctor showing himself that he was a good Dalek, and he obviously hated that idea. So he's going to continue to wrestle with the darkness inside him, or the dark passenger for anyone who also watched Dexter on Showtime. I think that Doctor Who is always a show that gives us a certain amount of closure. So regardless of whether or not we're crying in the finale, I don't think the Doctor is going to completely compromise himself. He's not going to trash his motto, never cruel or cowardly, never give up, never give in. I think that killing Missy would be the cowardly thing to do in that situation. But onto question number 8. Cajun asks, will Souffle Girl Clara turning into a Dalek be important to anything going on in Series 8? So I think they're going to continue to reference the Impossible Girl storyline from 7B, but I think it's just going to be inside jokes. I don't think that specific version of Clara is going to play a critical role, regardless of which explanation you believe right now. Which version of Clara is she? The copy, or is she the original Clara? I think they're pretty much done with that storyline. I think anytime future episodes make reference to other versions of Clara, it'll just be them referencing the old episodes. Just keep your eyes peeled though, because they will probably continue to make those, just as long as she's a companion. But onto question number 9. Dova Kane asks, when the Doctor healed Rusty and we saw the crack in the wall was the root cause, did it have anything to do with the Time Lords? I think it was a visual reminder for the Time Lords, but I don't think the crack specifically was put there to make Rusty break. When the Doctor was showing him his memories, there were a lot of flashbacks to big moments in Doctor Who history, but I don't think the Time Lords put the crack in the universe there inside Rusty. I think if the Time Lords wanted to contact the Doctor, they'd do so in a much more direct way. It seemed like during the Christmas special, they had a certain amount of control over where the cracks in the universe appeared, if they could just make them open at will. I know Moffat writes both Sherlock and Doctor Who, and on Sherlock during Series 3, Benedict Cumberbatch's character says, there is no such thing as coincidences. The universe is rarely so lazy. So you could consider that it's possible that the cracks in the universe are somehow related to Rusty. Really though, I think it's going to be a much simpler explanation. I think the complicated characters are going to be Missy, Clara, and Danny. But onto question number 10 and last one. Zombie Stabber asks, that is an awesome name. How do Daleks reproduce? So there are a couple things they do. Primarily, they just clone themselves. Over time though, they also adjust their genetic template as they assimilate new, more advanced beings. They just update themselves a little bit. Changing the template was something that happened during Series 5. The new Dalek paradigm rebooted their genetic code to the original Khalid mutant state. They kind of wrote those Daleks off the show, so the ones that we saw during Asylum of the Daleks, as well as during the Christmas special, those are the most current versions, and I think they're just same old Daleks that we've always had. Fun fact though, if you consider the novels to be canon, then the Time Lords also reproduce in a similar, non-traditional way. They use something called the Loom, a device developed by Rassilon to resequence old Time Lord DNA and weave new Gallifreyans into existence. I should actually say that's how Gallifreyans reproduce, just because not all people on Gallifrey are Time Lords. There is a theory that the Doctor was created from the reconstituted DNA of the Other, like the mythical third being that founded the Time Lord Society with Omega and Rassilon. That's just a theory, but thank you everyone for submitting questions. These are always a ton of fun to do. And like I said, I'm almost done moving, so pretty soon I'll escape limbo and there'll be some more color behind me here. My next Doctor Who video is going to post Saturday morning. That'll be for my favorite fictional characters brought to life on the show, just because they're doing a Robin Hood episode. And congratulations to this week's giveaway winner, Marinatrix. You win the Amazon gift card. I'll be messaging you on your channel for details, but the next round of the giveaway will start whenever I post my episode 3 review. I'm also doing a Game of Thrones giveaway too tonight if you want to enter. It'll start whenever I post my Telltale Games Game of Thrones explainer video tonight. If you're just finding me for the first time though, be sure to subscribe to get everything. There should be like a button somewhere down below the video frame depending on where you're watching this, desktop or mobile. But right now you can catch up on all the future episodes of Doctor Who by clicking here. I did a video with all the synopsises for all the episodes in Series 8. And you can click here for my episode 2 review. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tonight. High fives.